can relocate to Australia holding a permanent resident visa. Yes, you can move from your country to Australia as a permanent resident. Benefits of relocating on permanent resident visa is that this visa is valid for 5 years. You can relocate with your family or dependents. You can apply for citizenship after 4 years. You can live and work anywhere in Australia. And you can also get government benefits, which are educational loans, social security benefits, free school for kids, medical cover, and the list goes on. Also, if your kids or you have children while you're already in Australia on permanent residence, the kids or the child that you have while there will automatically get citizenship. And the list goes on of the benefits of moving to Australia holding permanent resident visa. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Keke Leto, aka Keke. This is the channel Bophelo with Keke. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel and for watching the videos. People in Lesotho, thank you so much. I really appreciate. Botswana, Namibia, India, Nigeria, all over the world, I recognize you, and thank you for the interactions and thank you for subscribing. Stay tuned because your girl has a lot of information like she promised that she's going to share with you. So today, as you have seen, like the topic says, I'm going to talk about relocating to Australia holding permanent resident visa. Yes, you can move from your country to Australia already having permanent visa. So, as we all know, as we are seeing, or if we don't know, Australia, like other first world countries, they are in need of professionals. Therefore, this Australia came up with a plan to attract more people, more professionals to come in to Australia to help boost the economy, to provide the services and all those by providing permanent resident. Yes, so that people can, we always want to move to where we know we are going to be stable. So holding a permanent resident, you are stable, you are settled at that in that country. So that's what it did to attract more people. So these professionals that Australia is looking for, it's all kinds of professionals, be it engineers in all practices, accountants, general accountants, nurses, doctors, teachers. By teachers, I mean even from preschool, from the nursery. Yeah, it's looking from there up to high school, and lecturers, everyone, every professional, geologists, oh my goodness, twist my tongue, geologists, hydrologists, all the engineers. Australia is looking for you. So this might be for you. Please remember to share this video because it might reach your brother, your sister who needs the job and who needs to relocate to Australia. So this Australia came up with 2 subclasses of visas for permanent residents. There's skilled independent visa 189 and the skilled nominated visa 190. The skilled nominated 190 visa, it requires the sponsorship by state or the territory, and one will need to abide by the obligations like where you live, where you are going to work. So like you'll be bound. If you are going to Western Australia, you are bound to be working in Western Australia. You cannot move to the other state. But if you relocate having a skilled independent visa 189, like you are independent, so you are not obliged to anything. Yeah, where to live and where to work. You don't even need to get sponsorship for that. But yes, you don't need to get sponsorship for that. So today I'm going to focus on this 189, the flexible one, yeah? So that you can choose where you think will be appropriate for you. yeah, in terms of weather, in terms of job opportunities, and in terms of whatever that you may be interested in Australia. So I'm going to talk about this 189 visa. So this visa, you can apply it from anywhere in the world, in your own country. You don't necessarily need to be in Australia to apply for this visa, as long as you have the skills that they need and you are on the occupation list. I'm going to talk about that. I know it's still confusing, it's still early, but I'm getting into it. So all you need to do, you can relocate to Australia. But before that, you can relocate. You can apply for this visa having an experience or without experience. Those without experience, all you need is to have your certificates, degree or your diploma certificates. That's all that you need. With those with work experience, if you are applying through your work experience, you only need to show your work experience. So it doesn't necessarily state how long, because if one without experience can also relocate, you can also come show your experience as well. Either 6 months, 1 year, 5 years, or whatever experience that you are having. Yes. So the requirements for this visa, you need to have an occupation on the relevant skilled occupation. So there's occupation list when you get onto the website for Home Office and applying for this visa. I'll put the link below on where you can get all this information. When you go there, there's this list. Yes, there's this list. This list keeps on being updated now and then, so you need to be checking. If your occupation doesn't appear, don't lose heart, don't lose hope, as this keeps on being updated depending on the demand. The second thing, you need to have a suitable skills assessment for your occupation. Yes, you are going to be assessed for the occupation that you have chosen. If you are an engineer, you are going to be assessed. By assessing, they want to make sure that you are really an engineer. Then you need to also satisfy the point test, which is 65 points. I'm here to talk about everything, like explain each point. And you need to be invited for this visa. So how does this thing go? I talked about the skill assessment. So this skill assessment, like I said, your job needs to be on the shortage list for 189 visa. Be mindful that there are different visas, like I even said previously, that there is also 190. So this one is 189. So when you go on the website, you look for 189 visa, independent visa, and there will be a list for the occupations that people that want to relocate with 189 visa. Yes, there will be a list. There will be occupation list for this particular visa. Yes. If your occupation is under this shortage list, after selecting your occupation, there will be assessment, a skills assessment governing agency or authority that is going to ensure that you qualify for this occupation that you have chosen. There you are going to fill the forms and provide all the necessary documents like identity, ID or passport. You are also going to provide the educational certificates, your CV, employment evidence if there is any. All they want to do is to see that you are an engineer. If you want to relocate as an engineer, yeah, that's just all about that. And depending on your occupation, after uploading everything, you're going to pay about 500 Australian dollars. These are just estimations. Currencies change and fees change. So I'm just giving you what I found now. But please make your research. If you find it's now 400 or it's 300 or it's 600, just know these are just estimations with what I found recently. Yes, so it's 500 Australian dollars, and after they are satisfied that you really qualify for that occupation, you get the opposite evaluation. Or if they are not satisfied, they'll also let you know why they are not satisfied. The second requirement is the English proficiency. So they want to know that you are able to communicate efficiently in English, because Australia is English speaking country. So if you are from countries where English is not a dominating or the dominating spoken language, even if you are from the countries, it needs for everyone relocating there, because even the people that are in United Kingdom, before they relocate them, the British people, English people, they still have to write the English test for them to relocate to, for them to get the visa to Australia. So you can write 2 tests. I'm only going to talk about 2 tests, which is IELTS. IELTS, you need at least 6 in each category. The better you score, the better opportunities for you to be selected, or the better you're going to get higher scores on the points. The second test, it can be PTE, or Pearson Test of English, PTE. And on this one, it's got from 0 to 100, so at least 51. Yes, the minimum you can get is 51. The third thing, it's the scoring points. This one that I was saying, on the English, if you get higher marks, you will score better. So like we have said, this visa, it's point-based selection. Yes, it depends on the points that you are going to get for you. It depends on the points that you are going to get. So the minimum points that they consider is 65 points. The higher points you get, the better chances of being picked when they do their selection to pick people. Things that they determine or help boost your points. They look at the age. The younger you are, the higher you score. Education, work experience. You can have any work experience, like I said, from 0 to how whatever years that you have work experience. So even if you don't have experience, it means if you don't have experience, you score 0. If you have more years, you see you score better. So the other thing on this experience is that your experience should be in the occupation that you are applying for. If you are applying to be an engineer, civil engineer, your experience should be based on what you were doing. If you are applying as an accountant, it should be your experience that you will show should be aligned to accounting, not maybe being a nurse and you apply to be an accountant. My nursing experience won't work if I'm applying for accounting occupation. So the other thing that contributes, I said it's your work experience, age, education, and the English test results as well. Like I said, the higher you score, the higher points you get on English, the higher you score. Now that you have done your skills assessment and you got a positive feedback, you did your English test and you've got more than the minimum requirement, and on the point system you scored more than 65, you can now start to create expression of interest, EOI. This expression of interest is just to apply there to show that I'm interested in relocating to Australia, and you believe you have all you have met all the requirements that I've talked about before. So this one is created on the Skill Select, which is on the official website for applying for permanent resident. This one is for business people. It's for where business people and all people that want to migrate from overseas apply. So you go on this website. I'm going to put all this website in the description. Please go and read on the descriptions. You get all the websites that will help you to get all this information, and where you can also apply. This application is for free. You just put there and say, I'm interested in relocating to Australia with this occupation that I believe I qualify. Then you just leave it there. The next thing that will happen is that you get invited to apply for PR. What they are going to do is they select after every 3 months. The government sits and sees the people that are interested, and they select people according to the need they have, the scores, and all those things that they are interested in. And if you are one of the people that they are interested in that month, you can be picked. So you can either be picked the first 3 months when they are picking, or the next, like that. So it means in a year they pick about 3, 6, 9, 12. They pick about 4. The selection is done 4 times because it's every 3 months. Every 3 months they keep on picking people and picking people. So now after you have been selected and you are picked, you are going to be invited to apply for permanent resident. Here you are going to upload all the required documents within 60 days, and you pay the application fee of about 4,115 Australian dollars. At this stage, you can also add your family members that you are going to relocate with, so that they can also be on the PR. They can also get the permanent resident visa. The processing time for the visa is 35 days to 45 months. It can be quicker, it can delay. Yes, some people wait 2 years or more. Some will say, I applied in January and now I got it. So it just depends with the need and all those things that they look at. So once you have applied, yours is just to be patient and wait to see when your visa will be finalized. Then you get a feedback or the email stating that you got what? The bridging visa. Yes, the bridging visa. This visa, if your application will be approved, isn't it? Then you get this bridging visa. It's like a temporary visa. This one will allow you to fly to Australia while they finalize your visa. Like after you get this bridging visa, you can start already to look for the job. Or if you already found a job, you are just waiting to get the visas, then this bridging visa will allow you to relocate to Australia. And after that, your final visa will come either while you're in Australia, or probably you're still at home job hunting. But since there's a lot of shortage, it's not too difficult to secure a job. As long as you do your interviews, you pass your interviews, and you are able to prove to your employer that you are the right candidate, then it's not going to be a problem. Then you're going to get your final visa. This final visa will state your visa number, your visa starting date, your visa conditions, and everything that you need to know will be stated there. And if your visa is denied, you also get the reason why the visa was denied. And note that the application fee for visa, it's not refundable. So if it was denied and you feel you are not satisfied you are allowed to appeal, then they can look at it, and probably you'll be lucky and things can be fixed and you get your visa and you relocate to Australia. That's all I had for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Let's go and check our occupations. If they are there, let's try our luck and see and relocate to Australia. Thank you so much. Please share this video, and if you liked it, please put a thumbs up. And if you have any question, please comment on the comment section below and your girl will get back to you. Thank you. I'll see you again on the next video. Bye.